Greetings, everyone. My name is Ayo Adams, and you're welcome to a special edition of Voices by Ayo Adams. Today, I have a very special guest with me. I am going to, of course, face her now to give us a proper introduction of herself. Greetings, ma.
Julie McKay. I'm the Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Consulate in Lagos. I've had the pleasure of being in Nigeria for 2.5 years. I was in Abuja before, and now I'm in Lagos. I'll be here for 2 more years, so I have more time to do things. I'm a diplomat. I've lived all over the world. I have been a teacher. I've been a graphic designer. I'm an artist.
Oh, first of all, I'd like to know, what brings you to Ibadan at this period of time?
Well, we're here to visit the American Corner, which is where we're actually sitting at this moment. We're here to visit universities, to see our alumni, to see the culture, to meet people, to try some amala at Amala Sky. I'd hope to see your stage play, but I hear it's not on anymore, so I hope you can bring it to Lagos. But to enjoy the culture.
How did you hear about Amala Sky?
How did I hear about it? It's famous. I actually have friends that told me about it. They said I shouldn't miss it when I come. Is that true?
Definitely should not miss it.
Okay.
And when you are done with Amala Sky, I hope that you're going to check out historical places in Ibadan.
Okay.
You know, we have the Bowas Tower, we have the McKay, we have a lot of places that, you know, you can check. The history of Ibadan is tied to those places. So how does your visit tie to the broader goals of the U.S. Consulate's cultural and educational outreach?
And what we do at the consulate is we work to connect Americans and Nigerians. We're trying to build a bridge of culture between the two countries. And our exchange programs do that. Our spaces do that. There are so many things that are in common between the United States and Nigeria. There's so much between the two countries. Right now, Americans are listening to Afrobeats. So very popular. They're watching Nollywood films. We're really learning a lot and appreciating the culture here. And so that's one of the reasons that we wanted to come, to learn more.
It brings me to this question. Since being in Nigeria, what is the first culture shock you experienced in Nigeria?
I would love to share. It's the food is so spicy. So I knew that food in Nigeria was spicy, but I didn't realize how spicy. I thought I could tolerate spicy food, but I think Nigerians are so much stronger. I think that the spice is delicious, and I've learned to take more of it. But the first time I took a bite of something that was so spicy, I was like, whoa. Are
you trying to learn Nigerian languages?
I haven't had the opportunity to do much, but can you teach me something?
I am a Yoruba man.
Excellent.
And we are in the afternoon now.
Okay.
If you want to greet someone who is a Yoruba person in the afternoon,
okay,
and you want to say good afternoon, you say ekaso.
Ekaso.
You've been to other African countries.
This is true.
Yes. And we are in Nigeria.
Right.
For you, what makes Nigeria different from other African countries that you have been to?
I would say the people. I think the people are warm and inviting. I think the culture is rich. It's also such a big and diverse country. Other places I've been have not been as diverse and had such a large population. Everywhere has a rich culture, but there's something special about Nigeria.
We're coming to talk about the program that you offer here at the American Corner. But first of all, I need to put you through on something about Yoruba language. You see, Yoruba language, it is a kind of language that thrives on tonal inflection.
Okay.
You can write a word, and it is going to mean about 5 different things. It depends on the tonal marks that you are putting on the word. If I say Ogun, that means sweat. If I say Ogun, that means it is long. If I say Ogun, that means it is accurate.
Wow.
If I say Ogun, that means 20. When you see the words
there are a lot of accents,
on paper, you know, there are a lot of accents. We have the middle tone, we have the upper tone, then we have the one that is like the downward tone. So let us talk about, you know, the American Corner. Tell me about the American Corner, the one here in Ibadan.
So the American Corner here in Ibadan is one of 28 American corners, American spaces that we have in 24 cities across Nigeria. They provide a connection to American culture. They provide training to young people. A lot of it has to do with job skills, leadership, tech, AI, all of those kinds of skills that can help young people get jobs. There's free internet. There are all kinds of activities, from films, there's literature, there are free ebooks. But we encourage people to come in, see what there is to offer. We also encourage people to follow us on social media, US and Nigeria, and a lot of things at our American Spaces. We also have a social media platform for that as well. A lot of times young Nigerians are interested in studying in the United States. So they can get free advice on how to apply, how to find scholarships, all of that right here in the American Corner. We also have exchange programs. So we have a lot of Nigerians that have gone to the United States and come back. And the space is also for them to put on programs for the community. So those kinds of things are also happening here.
Who are some of the Nigerian musical artists that you have been listening to?
Well, you know, my number one favorite, well, I have two favorites right now. I'm kind of an Afrobeats fan.
Okay.
But Fireboy DML, Fireboy is one of my favorites.
Nice.
And I was super happy to see that Tim's won a Grammy this year. Love Me JJ is one of my favorite songs.
Lovely.
She has such a beautiful voice.
For Nollywood movies, what was like the last movie that you saw?
You know what I'm looking forward to watching? It's on Netflix right now, Baby Farm. I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Probably one of my favorites, well, The Wedding Party and The Wedding Party 2. But obviously, since I've been here, Black Book was really huge all over the world.
I see how much interested you are in arts, music, and then, you know, culture. And it brings me to this question. What role do you think this form of art play in cross-cultural exchange?
I think art is storytelling. I think whether it's music, film, painting, you're trying to tell a story, and you can learn and share your culture through those stories. So I think Americans are learning about Nigeria through Nigerian storytelling, whether we're listening to the music, to the films, we're looking at the art of Mama Nike, or we're reading the books of Wale Soyinka, the plays, all of that. Or we go to see your stage play. You're telling us a story, and we're learning about the culture, and we're becoming more connected.
Tell me about your style.
This was actually gifted to me by one of our alumni of the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. And so she does fashion, and I like color. I have this on today, but I wear a lot of adire as well.
So thank you very much for, you know, speaking to me today.
It was wonderful. Thank you so much.
And I look forward to being in Lagos and saying hello to you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.